Alright, going over baseboard notches. So if we put this room into 3D and we turn it on wireframe, I've gone up into the layers already and turned on operations just so I can see where all these holes are, especially for our tightest outriggers. You'll notice that right now we have a baseboard cutout that is shorter than the toe height. Everything lines up. We go with a 6-inch, we're going to notice that this bottom actually gets shorter. So the bottom shorten itself, but the tightest stays in the same place. That is good. That needs to happen, right? So that's a little bit on adjustment. You can take out the baseboard notch. You can go up to baseboard notch over here in the job params and double click and turn it off. So now the notch is gone. Typically you don't want to do that because there is base molding in pretty much all rooms and you'd like to just have a quick install experience. In case you have a finished end, that would be the other situation. Let's turn these notches back on. They are above the toe, which is a little annoying, but that's just how it usually shakes out. So we can go back into our room tab, and I will turn off this end cap, and we'll just do the on the right. So let's say this is a finished end. So what we would want to do here instead in the products tab, we can delete this regular panel, and then we're going to bring in a floor standing 96 with no notch. Then when we go back into the 3D and we put it in wireframe, our holes are still in the same place and our our bottom is shortened, but we want that because the baseboard will be going up here. So of course, if you don't want the baseboard notch, that means you have to pull off the baseboard and cut them individually to fit back in the spaces. But on this wall, just take it off and no one would really notice it. Another consideration to make when you're doing baseboard is that, maybe this customer doesn't really mind if there's a 1-inch gap over here. Commonly, you're going to have at least, let's say we have a wall with 2 sides on it. Let's put our end caps on here. And when you're going wall to wall, you really don't want these sections going wall to wall exactly. You're going to bring it out. Let's change the position down here on the left side, 1/4 inch, and bring this back together. You want a 1/4 inch on both sides. So you could also use hanging panels over here instead and just get rid of the notch and everything altogether. So the hanging panel in this case would be about 60 inches. It would go from here to here. Sometimes that can look a little bit funny, but it is purposeful so that you can dodge this baseboard. And you would want to take out the floor in this, so this would just be one panel in the center going down to the floor, and then you'd have 2 hanging panels. It's really up to you on how you want to accomplish this, but my point being is that you could actually take this away from the wall 1 inch. Now you're going to dodge the baseboard and no one is going to notice. Alright, so that about wraps it up for the baseboard notch.